Hello friends, happy Thursday. This week we are going to play with a fun bundle from our online exclusive products. If this is your first time watching me, my name is Rachel Trout. I have been a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator for over 12 years, and every Thursday I do a card class for you featuring a bundle or a stamp set from our wonderful collection of products. Now, a lot of times I like to go live, but this summer, to help out my family schedule, all of my videos are going to be pre-recorded. So you can find them on YouTube here every Thursday. They will post at 10 a.m. And then I share them on my Facebook page and my Facebook group and an email at 12 p.m. And those times are Arizona, which right now is Pacific time. So if you are not already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I don't know which corner it's in, but hit the subscribe button and then you'll be notified when the new videos show up. And if you're not part of my email list, if you join that, you will also get an email every week with the video, a suggested shopping list for that week's projects, and lots of other fun stuff. I send a free card tutorial every Monday, reminders about my classes, and Stampin' Up! Specials. So it's a good thing to be a part of. Every week I offer the card kit for the cards that we make. And so this is like a card class and you can watch it and enjoy, and I'll give the measurements there. But if you would like a card kit sent to you, you can shop with me this week now through Tuesday. There's a shopping link in the description of the video that will connect you to me as your demonstrator, and that will let me know that you want the card kit. So if you spend more than $50 before tax and shipping, and after any Stampin' Rewards that you're using, I will send you the card kit for the 3 cards we make this week. Now, when I flip the camera down, I will show you a few other products that we're using. So I sort everything in envelopes, and you will get exactly what I dump out of the envelopes. You'll get the envelopes too. It'll be just like how I am crafting, but you provide your own stamps, your own ink, ribbon, and embellishments. So you can add this bundle that we're using today onto your order. You can add on the ribbon and embellishments if you want to use the exact ones that I use, but feel free to substitute with things that you already own and have in your craft stash, because I know we all have lots of stuff, right? You can see some of my shelves behind me. Paper crafters like to collect things, don't we? All right, let's flip the camera down and get started on our class for today. We'll get everything set in my phone holder here, and I will show you what we are going to work with today. I also like to send the cards that I make every week. So when you watch the video, make sure that you comment. Let me know what you think of the cards. Say hello. Let me know that you're watching, and on Monday I draw random winners to send the 3 cards to. And if I already have your address, it's a surprise. You don't know they're coming. If I don't already have your address, I will reach out and let you know that you won one, so that I can get it sent to you. But make sure that you comment. I know it's a little harder with pre-recorded videos, and I do miss being live with you, but it just worked better this summer to pre-record. So thank you for your patience with me. And when my kids go back to school in August, hopefully I will be back live with you. All right, today we are working with the Paper Tags bundle. This is an online exclusive product, so you won't see it in a catalog, but it is amazing, and so I wanted to make sure you knew about it. It includes a stamp set and a set of dies. And I love these dies with the little heart cut out at the top. Aren't those tags so cute? These are fun shapes too, and then we've got a little banner, and these sentiments are just awesome. May your day be filled with sunshine and laughter. Consider this a paper hug. Isn't that every card we send, right? You are so very kind. So lots of fun in this bundle. It's called the Paper Tags bundle. Then today we are also using our Full of Life Designer Series paper. Now I'm not going to pull mine out because this paper was introduced last year and I have used it a lot. You can see all my scraps in there, but it is a fun, bright stack of Designer Series paper. You will get the pieces you need in your card kit, so you don't have to worry about that. But if you like the paper, it is a great one to have in your stash. And then we will be using our black and very vanilla 3/8 inch large check ribbon on our cards today. So you could use this or you could substitute. It's pretty, you could use pretty much any like white ribbon, shiny ribbon. You could use gold, silver, lots of options, but this is the one I'll be using. And then we're going to be using our new holographic resin dots for our embellishment today. But again, anything sparkly would work. These are just fun, and I thought they go well with the bright colors because the iridescent or holographic kind of takes on the different colors of the rainbow. All right, we're going to get started with our first card today. And this one is going to use that big tag sentiment. So it fits right on the die. So this is using 2 of the different dies. Let me take the pieces out. So if you order the card kit, this is exactly what you're going to get. I do a lot of the die cutting and embossing for you. You'll see when we get to our next card, I am going to stamp and then die cut. And so for that one, you would need a die, but you could substitute a different stamp and die if you would like. All right, so again, this is 2 dies in the set, and they can layer on top of each other, or you can use them separately. And this stamp fits right inside of here. Of course, you could also stamp it on that one if you wanted to. So I'm going to show you kind of a fun technique for stamping this card today. And I have some other ideas for you too. This set is really a lot of fun. We're going to start with a pretty in pink card base. It's 5.5 by 8.5, and we'll just fold that in half. So regular size card. Then I have a piece of basic black that is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8, and a piece of basic white that is 3 3/4 by 5. Now this one I have embossed with our dotted circles 3D embossing folder. This is one of our large embossing folders, and it's a lot of fun. So we're just going to adhere these to our card, and you can do that flat with whichever adhesive you like. Stampin' Seal Plus is my favorite. But I know some of you are glue people, so use your glue if you want to. All right, there we've got our card base. Now I've cut out already the larger scalloped tag out of basic black, and then this one I've cut out of the Full of Life Designer Series paper, and we're going to stamp directly on it. Now I'm using my Memento black, but any black ink pad will work, and I was going to re-ink mine before I started, and I thought I had the re-inker, but I don't. So that is going to be going on my next order when it comes back in stock. It's out of stock right now. But I have 2 Memento ink pads. I think I grabbed my juicier one this time, so maybe I will get a little darker image than the first time I stamped this. That looks nice and dark. So the cool thing about this stamp is that you are stamping, and then the negative is the sentiment. So whatever you have underneath the stamp is the color that's going to show through. You could also do like black embossing powder. That would look really sharp. And I think the easiest way to line this up, well, I don't know. I don't remember how I did this. I designed these cards a while ago, but I think I'm going to try it this way, and let's hope this works, because I think that's going to be the easiest way to line it up. This might totally flop on me, and we might have to redo it, but we will see. So I'm just pushing down to give some nice pressure. You could stamp and then die cut. I don't remember why I decided to do it this way. Like I said, I designed these cards quite a while ago, maybe even a month ago, and I haven't had time to film the video until now. So let's see if this worked. Look at that. Stamping magic. All right. So there it is. It's not quite as dark as I would like. If you have a Stamparatus or a stamp positioning tool, this would be a good one to use that for, because you could go back over and get a really nice dark black image. Or like I said, black embossing powder would work too. Now the cool thing is this paper is colored, and so you can see that color coming through behind the stamp, which is really fun. You could also use your blending brushes and different colors of ink on white cardstock and do like a rainbow behind here and then stamp the black on the top. You could do a watercolor background, let it dry and stamp on top. So you could stamp on colored cardstock. I think this one is really fun because it's the sentiment is the negative, which is really cool and unique. All right, I'm going to lay this down on my tag. Again, use your favorite adhesive, and we are going to line up the hearts. And then it kind of has a border around the edge like that. Okay, this piece is going to get added to our card with some dimensionals, which I think I forgot to bring in here, of course. So maybe on this one, I'm just going to lay it flat. On my sample, I did dimensionals. I don't know how I did not grab those, but you know, it always happens. I always forget something. Today it's the dimensionals. All right, next we're going to tie a bow with our black and vanilla check ribbon. I love this ribbon. I'm so glad that it carried over, at least for now. Anything black and white, black and vanilla, I love. And this is one of those, like, it's not a white ribbon, but it does kind of go with everything. So we're going to add that to the top of our tag with a mini glue dot. And just at the top of the heart, so you can kind of see that heart peeking through like that. And then we have to finish with our dots here. So we'll put one over here. Let's do a big one over there, and then a little one here. All right, so there is our first card. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right, let's move on to our second card. Oh, I'm going to tuck this one away in an envelope. Remember, if you are commenting, I am drawing winners to send these cards to. So I would love to send one to you. Here is our second card for today. I love this piece of the Designer Series paper because it's like a rainbow, which is awesome. So my name is Rachel, and when I was younger, I had a book called Rachel's Rainbow, and it was about this little girl who went and collected all of these different things in nature that were different colors to make a rainbow. And I have loved rainbows ever since that book. So this is my favorite sheet of the paper, I think. Well, one of them. There's some other rainbow patterns also. For this one, we have a balmy blue card base. It is a regular size card base, 5.5 by 8.5. We'll fold that in half. Then I have a piece of basic white that is 4 by 5 1/4, and this one I embossed with our mini corrugated 3D embossing folder. This is another favorite of mine. I love, love, love this embossing folder. Let me know in the comments if you have this one. It is definitely one I use quite often. All right, we're going to lay that down flat here. Then I have a piece of basic black that is 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. So this one will add to the center here, and it is going to line up with the top and the bottom of your card. So just make sure it's kind of centered. And then the piece of the Full of Life Designer Series paper is 2.5 by 5.5. And so same thing, it will line up at the top and bottom, and you just have a narrow border on either side. Okay. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot the ribbon, guys. All right, hold on. Before you attach this part, you need to put your ribbon. So, good thing it wasn't stuck down very long, and we can fix that problem. Gotta wrap your ribbon around. Let me know if you have done that before in the comments. I do that more often than I would like to admit. All right, so we're going to wrap it around and tie in a bow on the left side here. And then you can trim your edges to whatever length you want. Okay, now we're going to do some stamping. So in your card kit, you'll get a piece of white. And like I said, if you don't have this set, you can either add it to your order or use another shape that fits on this space. And you could even just do a die cut. You don't have to do the stamping if you don't have this one. All right, so this is like a little border, and we're just using our black again. Like so. And then this circle, so this is a 1.5 inch circle. We don't currently have a punch that is that size. Maybe you have one from the past, but this sentiment fits perfectly in it. I did discover though that our Party Piggy dies, remember those we used a few weeks ago? The Party Piggy dies have a circle die, and it is 1.5 inches. So you could use that. To be honest, I'm going to be using my 1.5 inch circle punch to punch these out for card kits, because that is faster than die cutting for me. But if you are looking for a 1.5 inch circle, there is one in the Party Piggy dies. Look at that. Stamping so nice. Okay, I love that one. Love, love, love fonts. So, you know, this is a good font. All right, let's grab our die, and we're going to cut this out. And let's see which one I used. Okay, so there are 2 dies in this set. One has the stitched edging and one is solid, and you could actually use either one. We're going to use the stitched one on our 3rd card, so I am going to use the solid one, but either one will work here. And we are going to use our die cutting machine to cut this out. All the dies in this set will fit in the mini machine, so if that is the one you have, you are good to go. And of course, they fit in the regular big machine also. All right. Get all my pieces here. Okay, now we just need to finish assembling. Now I did use dimensionals on this too, but you know I forgot them, so we will just do it flat. But this looks cool if you do pop it up. So if you have dimensionals, go ahead and use them. And I did do dimensionals on this part too, but I'm not going to run and go get them. We'll just do it flat on this card and it will be good. So that circle kind of fits right in there. Isn't that cool? All right. Now we cannot finish our card until we have some of our bling. So let's add some more of these holographic resin dots. See if I can get the big ones. Sometimes my take your pick tool does not like to grab the big ones as much. I think I'm going to put the tiniest ones at the top and the bottom here of my label. All right, and then we'll just add a few more down here. Like that. And there we go. There is our second card. Do you like rainbows too? Let me know if you are a rainbow person. And there we go. We'll tuck that one away for a lucky winner also. Okay, time for our last card. So this one is going to use that stitched die. And so these little hearts, if you look at the tag dies here, there is a heart that will cut out in the center. But this one is a little bit, I don't know, it's a little bit of a different shape. I liked the heart better. This is from the Humble Home Builder punch. And so I just punched those out of there. But you could use hearts from the center of the tag also. If you have a lot of extras of those lying around, they make good little embellishments for your cards. Okay, so for this one, we are starting with a Berry Burst card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5 and fold in half. Then I have a piece of white again that is 5.25 by 4. We will just adhere that to our card base here. And then I've cut with the paper tags dies, I've cut 3 of those labels out of the Full of Life Designer Series paper. And then I've cut 1 white one that we're going to stamp on. So these I'm going to adhere to my card. And these are just flat. Now, you have to let me know if you think this too, but there was a demonstrator who demonstrated this bundle at our convention. I'm going to move this one a little bit. And she said she thought this die looked like a dog bone. I don't know. What do you think? I can see it. So if you are making like a pet themed card or using one of our stamp sets that maybe has a dog image in it, that would be kind of cute. All right. I think that is a little more centered. Do what I say and not what I do, and maybe line these up ahead of time before you glue them down. That would be the wise thing to do, right? Okay. Then on our white one, we are going to grab our Berry Burst ink, and we are going to stamp our sentiment. Consider this a paper hug. I love that. All right. I think my stamp is on here crooked, so I'm going to see if I can stamp it straight. Pretty good. All right. Our red rubber stamps just stamp so nicely, don't you think? Okay, now I did pop this one up with dimensionals on my sample, so you can go ahead and do that if you want. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I have ink on my finger, guys. Let's not get that anywhere else. I noticed because I got some on the back there, but we are almost done, so as long as I don't use that finger, we should be good. All right, and then I've punched out 3 Berry Burst hearts with the Humble Home Builder punch. And those are small, so you can either use glue to add those or you can use glue dots. Me and the liquid glue do not always get along, so I use glue dots whenever possible instead of the liquid glue. And we're just going to add those around our card. One right here. Kind of mimics the little hearts in the stamp. Isn't that cute? All right, and then we need to finish off with a bow of our black and very vanilla check ribbon. Now, this would be kind of fun. You could color this ribbon, and the vanilla part will take on the color, so you could color this ribbon with your Berry Burst Stampin' Blends markers if you have those, and that would be kind of pretty too. I just thought of that now, so if any of you try that, you will have to take a picture and let us see. Okay, and then we need a few of our holographic resin dots again. Add a few of these. There we go. There is our last card. All right, I'm going to tuck that one into an envelope here. And let's see all 3 cards again. Let me know in the comments which card was your favorite this week. I have a hard time choosing either the first or the second one, I think. But I like the layout of this one. You could really do this with any designer series paper that you wanted to. So that is fun also. So you decide in the comments, take a vote, 1, 2, or 3. And remember, if you would like to get the card kit this week, shop now through Tuesday using the shopping link in the description of the video, and you need to spend more than $50, and I will send you the card kit for these 3 cards. Thank you so much for watching this week. I hope you have a great rest of your week, and I will see you again soon. Bye.